Hi everyone, my name's Kathy. Welcome to Skint Living UK. This is my cat pal. She's come for a little nosy. After all, I am in her room. I've renovated this bedroom recently and my cat has decided to take over it. So I thought today I'd do a video from this bedroom so I can give you some little updates of what I've been doing as well. So I've made, if you can see, a couple of green gingham cushions to go on the bed, and I've made the tie backs. I've made these tie backs using second-hand school gingham dresses. It's been in the middle, it's lined in white denim from white jeans. I've trimmed it in a bit of lace. I had some lace left over in my sewing box and I've even put a bow on the end, and the loops are the seams off the white jeans. So I've used the same lace on this cushion here, if you can see, and I've also framed up a couple of paintings that I got from the charity shop. One's of a heron, one's of a moorhen. They were 50p each, and I got the frame last week and the frame was £1, so altogether it cost me £2. And there's actual paintings, it's not prints. And I've put this cupboard, I used to have it in my kitchen, and I've put this corner cupboard up. It's pine, bit tatty and wherever. Years ago they would have called it shabby chic, now I'd just call it shabby. And I've moved the wire to here, so I need to put a light bulb there because I had a red version and the red version's gone in the kitchen, and I took the red version for here so it could be plugged in here. And I got this ballerina decor ballerina print ages ago in a frame, so that's going to go up because it also goes with the colour scheme as well. So I'm really pleased. So let's crack on, I should say, with today's subject, and it's 10 tips or ways you can avoid food waste and through that save some money. So I'm going to turn myself around because the sun is beaming in my face, and oh, is it any better? Not particularly. I don't think it's worse. So let's try there. Oh, goodness me. I'm so sorry about this. Let's put her up on a cushion so you can see my face. Oh, that's a bit worrying. Okay. Did you know in the UK on average we throw away about 20% of our food? This is equivalent to 7 million tonnes of food, costing around 2.5 billion per year, and it's detrimental to the environment because it ends up in landfill, and then you get disgusting runoff, contaminated water from the rubbish, and it can get into the water table and into rivers and streams. It just causes a myriad of problems. So if you're crying you're skint but you're throwing stuff in the bin, you can't be that skint, can you? So here are my 10 tips. And number 1, before you go shopping, have a look in your fridge. See what you've got there, write down what you've got roughly. And number 2, you can sort of roughly plan ahead. You can say to yourself, okay, I need 3 main meals and 2 lunches, for example. And I do reverse meal planning. I don't say, right, we're definitely going to have X, Y and Z for dinner. What I do is I go see what I can find at a good price or even a reduced price and make the meals from there. So I generally have an idea how many meals I need, so that sort of dictates how much I buy, and then the rest of it is just seeing what they've got at a discount or on offer or reduced. Number 3, buy multi-purpose items such as onions, bags of peppers, some sort of meat or tinned meat, cheese, eggs, so they're versatile, so you can make different types of meals from the same packet or bag or tray of food. So you could say maybe get some chicken and use that to make 2 or 3 meals, so it doesn't have to be loads of different types of meat because you've got that big packet of chicken there. Number 4, which a lot of people forget to do, because they just sort of plug the fridge in and forget it, is check your fridge temperature. If your fridge hasn't got some sort of thermometer in it or on it or display, you can buy little fridge thermometers. They're dead cheap. You can pick them up for £1 or £2. Often they're in the £1 shop. £1, well, they're not £1 anymore, but you know what I mean, that sort of type of shop, or B&M, or maybe Home and Bargains might have them. Number 5, some foods keep better outside of the fridge rather than in it, such as potatoes, onions, bread, and certainly not bananas, because bananas give off a gas which ripens everything up. So if you've got other fruit and veg in the fridge and you've got bananas in there, it will quickly make your other food go off. So never put bananas in the fridge. So bread, bananas, potatoes and onions in particular, but definitely no bananas because, like I said, they give off the gases. Let's have a look next. I'll have a little look at my scrolly list. Number 6. Why not chop up and freeze some of your fruit and veg? So you can make a little bag or have a little tub, like an old ice cream tub or a takeaway tub. Or cereal bags are good ones to have in the fridge, and you can just write on it veg or fruit. So every time you've got, say like you've got a bag of peppers and you use half a pepper, chop up that other half and throw it in the bag or the tub. Number 7, when making a meal, why not freeze a portion of it? So like you made a big pan of bolognese, put a portion of it with the pasta or rice or potatoes, whatever side dish you got with it, in the same dish, and then you can stick it in an ice cream tub again, takeaway tub, cereal bag if you need to. Make sure you write on it what it is, because there's nothing worse than not knowing what you've got. And then you've got a whole meal there ready, so you can either defrost it or blitz it in the microwave or throw it back in the oven in another dish and heat it through. So that way you've got a whole meal ready to go when you feel like you can't be bothered to cook that day, or you feel like a takeaway but you're worried about your finances. It's much cheaper than a takeaway. Just blitz it in the microwave. Number 8. Cat's come for a nose again. If you've got some leftovers, why not add some different veg to it? So like say you've got made a curry and the next day you've only got a little bit left, throw some veggies in. You can be tinned ones, it doesn't have to be fresh ones. Like some mixed veg, a tin of mixed veg, or some peas, some tin carrots, or tin potatoes. Tin potatoes are great. You can slice them up and throw them into your bolognese or your curry, whatever you made, some sweet and sour. Or you could just serve it with some salad, or if you've got a baked potato, because when I throw everything in the oven all at once, I generally cook some baked potatoes. You can microwave the baked potato with whatever it is you've got left over, that little bit of curry, that little bit of bolognese, that little bit of chilli. Or say you've had fajitas, for example, fajitas, and you've not eaten it all, just dollop it into the baked potato, or have it cool or cold because you've had to sit in your fridge with some salad, or whip up some rice or pasta to make it stretch even further, and then you can throw in, if you want, some extra herbs and some spices, a bit of garlic, zhuzh it up a bit, or even grate a little bit of cheese on top. Have you got some stale bread? It doesn't have to be thrown away. You can blend it in the blender to make breadcrumbs and have an ongoing bag or tub and got breadcrumbs, and then later on you can make some homemade meatballs or burgers with those breadcrumbs to make the meat stretch further. Or my favourite thing to cat keeps rubbing her head on everything. My favourite thing to do with bread is bread and butter pudding. So easy to make. If you've got leftover boiled rice next day, why not make some fried rice add an egg. So you've got egg fried rice. If you've got some veggies, make veggie fried rice. If you've got something else like a little bit of ham or a piece of bacon, anything, just throw it in. Or all of it, throw it all in, and then you got yourself a nice fried rice, and again herbs and spices again to zhuzh it up a bit. Or if you've got loads of veggies left over, say you've had a roast dinner or a meal that had a lot of veggies, throw them onto a metal tray or a Pyrex dish, sprinkle with a bit of oil or olive oil, some herbs like oregano or basil, bit of garlic, and make a tray bake. Or even throw some mashed potato on top to make it like a shepherd's pie, but it's a veggie version. Or if you've got mash left over, for example, why not make some fritters the next day? Chop up an onion, mix it up with the mash. Again, add some spices or herbs if you've got them, and make some potato fritters. They're lovely, and then you could have a little bit of dip or a bit of mayo with them, bit of ketchup if you've got ketchup, mustard. So there's always ways of using that food up. If you're not sure, just stick it in the freezer or stick it in the fridge while you're thinking about it at least. Did you know, number 9, hard cheese, milk and butter can be frozen. So if it's nearing its end date or best before date, throw it in the freezer as soon as you get it. Maybe buy 2 packets of cheese or 2 packets of butter or a carton of milk and throw it in the freezer so you know it's there. So there's no point in wasting dairy products because they're so pollutant to the environment when you could easily turn it into something else. If you got your last bit of milk, why not make some custard? Why not make some scones? Because you can use sour milk to make scones. There's loads of things you can do with milk. Make a rice pudding. So if you've got some boiled rice left over and you're coming to the end of your milk, make a rice pudding. And number 10, make an odds and ends dinner. So raid the fridge with all your bits and bobs, see what you've got, cobble them together, maybe put them in different bowls and everyone can take little bits of whatever they want and make some salad or have a pot of coleslaw on the table, have some chips with it, or even cook a bit of pasta, or mix all your odds and ends like bits of leftover veggies and stuff into the pasta, so you've got like a veggie pasta. So there you go, 10 ways to save a little bit of money, to avoid food waste and polluting the local environment, and it's a way of being industrious, thinking outside the box, because not everything has to be thrown away. Even if you've got some wilty veg, you can quickly fry that up in a pan and make a little stir fry. So bye for now. Hope it's been of some use for you, and I hope to see you soon. And if you could be so kind, could you please like, share and subscribe?